No waste of time.
Yeah, hi everyone. And welcome. This is day 3 of the graphic design and packaging live events.
We did it.
Yeah. Welcome everyone. I see, Ryan is back. I see Vicky. Hello, Vicky.
Yeah.
Hello, Mitch. How are you, Nick, today?
I'm good. How are you doing, man?
Yeah, good.
I'm a
Super
little
excited.
upset. I'm a little upset.
Oh, what's happening?
The Dodgers didn't win. Oh. I think I was the only LA fan in San Francisco yesterday.
Oh. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, well. What are you
I
going
don't
to do?
even know which sport you're talking about. I don't even know.
Baseball.
It sounds fun. Okay, thanks for joining. So this is the 3rd episode with Nick. If you want to watch a replay, on Tuesday, he's working on this fictionary brand, healthy snacks for kids, called SNIX SNAX. He built the identity, the logo. He shared with us how to make research, competitive, yesterday he started working on the packaging, actually, the design of the package. And today we will see his final version, what you discovered, the choices you made. We also ask you to participate in a contest to get a chance to win Creative Cloud. We just ask you to use Adobe Dimension. This is our new product that we will use today, actually. It's part of Creative Cloud to use 3D models to render photorealistic pictures using your own design, such as, packaging is a good use case.
Yeah.
And we will feature your work, and we will also give away a Creative Cloud subscription to people participating in the chat. So make sure to sign in and make sure to chat, ask questions. SNIX SNAX. Let's SNIX SNAX this live stream. Yes, Kevin, I agree.
It needs its own channel.
Yeah. Oh my God. Hashtag woohoo.
There you go. So everything good today? Alrighty? You going to show me Dimension? You going to make me a pro?
Yeah, I'm not a pro. But maybe we will become a pro. We will use Dimension because it's so new, you know?
I'm ready. Yeah.
But they are very good already. Huh?
I know.
See what they share.
I know. It's crazy.
It's very impressive.
I've got a lot to live up to here. Everyone's killing it. So, I think we could do a little recap of yesterday.
Yeah, let's do
a little up front of what we're going to do today, and then I'm going to show you a little bit about how we refined where we left off on the packaging yesterday, and how I refined it last night. And I'm hoping it's 10 times better. And I really enjoyed getting insight from everybody else. It was kind of fun getting, a ton of different commentary from everybody as far as some suggestions, and I took that into consideration. So that was pretty cool. All right, so
and we have
here's our day 3.
Shivan was watching. Shivan is very good designer.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
I'm gonna follow. Oh, neat to see it all starting to go. So here's what we did yesterday. Kind of the execution phase, which was everything we did to kind of get everything rolling. We looked at kind of the anatomy of packaging and what the elements are that you should be taking into consideration when you're working with your client, and how you kind of thinking ahead of this stuff to make sure you got it ready to go.
Okay.
You're going to also, I reviewed a ton of principles as far as what makes good package design. So if you really need something like that, towards the beginning of episode 2, we went through a few slides, which we will be making available once we can kind of consolidate and get the slides together.
I already saw a comment on YouTube.
Yeah.
Where are the slides?
I know. Sorry.
So I said on Friday. We do it on tomorrow.
We'll get them out there for sure. I'll do that and send it to the team so they can put it up on the notes. Another thing talked about yesterday, which as designers we should all be thinking about too, is this whole idea of secondary use for packaging. So the packaging is not so much thrown away, and it becomes a little more environmentally conscious when you are letting your packaging do something else after, rather than throwing it away and putting it to waste. So another thing to think about when you are presenting stuff to your clients regarding packaging. Then we did our first digital rendering of the SNIX SNAX idea and the layout, and I'll show you where we left off on that because it was looking pretty hideous. We got a lot of good critiques from you guys and good suggestions, so it was neat. I was just paying attention to what people were saying and had that in mind as I kind of refreshed everything there. So that's what we're going to do today. Today we're going to get in there, discuss the packaging trends that I've kind of identified that I'm seeing some stuff. And we talked about this the other day, and I'll be curious to see what you guys and anyone can chime in on these. I'm going to show you guys a few trends that are out now in packaging. But again, like we said, trends are there to be observed, but not truly to be copied. But some of these are really interesting to see that, should we continue these or are they done?
Okay.
I think that's a good way to look at them. We'll review the new art that I put together. We're going to make a second variety. So we're going to take the first one we did, and we're going to make a second version of it in a different flavor. And then what I'm waiting for the most is getting into Dimension and putting the artwork in there.
Okay.
And seeing how it works. So here's some trends that I definitely want to show you guys.
Maybe something we can add to the agenda today. It's
yeah.
something we tried with Kenny yesterday. We asked our friends in the chats, okay, do you want your portfolio, your Behance portfolio, to get reviewed by our guests?
Someone asked that. I just saw that roll by. I'd love to do that.
So, okay.
Yes, for
sure.
So
we'll do that at some point. Be ready.
Because I think we might have some time for it, and that would be great.
Yeah, I think we have time. Okay. So at some point, maybe in 20 minutes, I will say, let's review some portfolio.
And we'll check one out.
And when I say that, you have to type in the chat, review my portfolio. Okay. And this is...
that's the rules.
Because it's hard to to filter people.
So the first one that comes through?
Yeah. First in,
take
first.
a look.
Okay.
Oh, that's a great idea. I love doing that.
Yeah?
That's going to be fun. All right. Okay, so showing you guys a few trends here. This is one of the first ones that's out there everywhere.
Yeah.
And I call it simple as possible. And this whole idea that people have stripped down the personality of the branding to something so general and basic, but it is a higher end style. Like this is, you can go into the highest end places and find this stuff. And big luxury brands are changing into this. So my question is I'd love to hear what everyone says. Do you risk being too boring with something like this and lacking the personality of what you should have in your brand? Like, these are great examples. Now, are they eye-catching? Yeah. Are they easy to understand and read? Yeah. Yes. But do you risk that? And I'm curious. Generics look a lot alike. Yep, exactly. Yeah, so I totally agree. It's like, I think there's a degree of where we should be as designers that, yes, this is something we can learn from this, and it's really great, but is it too far to one extreme, whereas to full-blown cluttered and covering the entire area of your packaging could be too much? So someone likes it. Yeah, it works. Simple works for me. Yep, you like it? Definitely. It's really interesting.
I think also it depends on how you showcase this product. Like, so I guess the brand here is basic.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you enter a shop, and it's all about basic.
Yes.
All about this brand, and you are surrounded, and you can control the environment, have a nice experience, and then you just focus on the products, and it's super efficient.
Like you could say more on the wall graphics, or when they walk in, or
maybe
the bag might be a little
the table, like everything can be, just to surround the product.
Yeah.
But if you are at like CVS or like any other place, like a supermarket.
Yeah. So the appropriateness is really important.
Yeah.
It's like, where is this?
It's another risk.
Exactly. And does it work with the brand? It's interesting. So yeah, I know it's a lot of people saying toiletry lines and health and beauty are where this is really being seen a lot. But you're seeing it now even in beer and craft beer packaging, where it's changing to this just like beer and a beautiful font and some great colors, but they are just stripping down so much that I think it's just worth a discussion. Oh, I see Steven. Yep. I see you there.
So if you're all your competitors, like if we take a toothpaste, like you take Colgate, all these brands, I think it's always like showing some fluids, some waves, like out of energy, everything is white, is shining.
Yeah.
Then you can make a difference.
Yeah.
But the risk of a trend is that if within 2 years everyone is doing that, then you cannot make a difference anymore.
Exactly. You're right.
So
you got to be aware of how much this is being used. And is it overly being used in the category that maybe you're talking about? So let's say you are in the health and beauty area and you're looking at your competitors and they're all doing this. Don't.
Yeah.
Don't even be like
don't follow this trend.
Go 180 degree different.
Yeah.
See what I mean? So to stand out, it's not like there's one answer for every single brand. You have to look at what's out there in the competitive market and kind of see. So that's the first one. This is the second one. This is what I call beyond old-fashioned, and
you have a nice feedback from Carrie.
Yeah, what'd she say?
She says, please tell Nick. So I'm telling you, that I'm very grateful. He chose my waterbowl design. Oh, it was you, Carrie. Good job.
You did a great job.
His words were very encouraging. Thank you.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. This is great. Love to hear that. But no, you did such a great job where it was this. Like remember I said, it was the first one that looked like this could be presented immediately. And it's very simple, like the first trend we were talking about, but he still added a lot of personality to it. It wasn't so black and white Helvetica. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So interesting. This one here, beyond old-fashioned.
Oh,
Now,
yeah.
we're seeing this a lot in bakeries and liquor.
San Francisco.
Oh, God, it's everywhere here.
Everywhere.
Pretty amazing. So, to me, I love this, and it works in those specific areas that I think will really work. But would this work in the beauty aisle, in a shampoo bottle, where it's amongst some things that are very clean and simple? Is this too busy, and is the message coming out clear enough? You see what I mean?
I see what you mean. Also, there is something, if you take a whiskey bottle, for instance, you can have a busy design because just the shape of the product, and usually it's in a bar, you know, like you know it's a whiskey bottle.
Yeah, yes.
Like you don't have to explain anything.
You've already assumed because of where it's at.
Where it's at.
The colors.
And the shape, like the structure of the object. So,
that's a good point.
So I guess you can be busy when for some products such as cookies or food, again, all in boxes.
Yeah.
You can try to be busy. But
so I think the biggest issue, the biggest tip we could say with all these is make sure it's appropriate to where you are using it. Yeah. Really, and think of, like you said, where does it live? Is it on a shelf in a grocery store, or is it behind the bartender at a real swanky bar? This would work, and I think these are great examples where the name did not get lost in all of that busyness of
like
what's out there.
Don Papa is still very readable. Yeah,
you know,
Shadow.
You could still see there. Yep, I'm a sucker for gold foil on black all the time, Tim. Every time. It just, you know, there's something so beautiful about it, and I think this really is a unique thing for if someone hasn't tried this kind of execution in any kind of project, and they do land a project that is in this zone, it's worth trying, and it's worth also to finding some designers that might have already been played in this arena, and reach out to them. I think that's one of the coolest things about the Behance and everything is like reach out to a designer or two who has done one of these and ask for a tip or two. I think everyone loves to really share when it comes to expertise and things like that. Who are you looking up?
I'm looking for someone. I hope I will find it. It was vodka. Oh yeah, there is stuff. Looking for the story. 2016 maybe.
Oh wow, that's nice.
Yeah, so it's a friend of mine, Nerwan.
Wow.
So he comes from street art.
That's beautiful.
So he does everything with markers. Actually, they just opened a bakery. I can show you the story afterwards.
Wow.
But also, what was interesting is that it was his first packaging project. You know?
Yeah.
But what's interesting for these brands, and you see that more and more, are collaborations with designers.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, a vodka is a vodka. You know, so it's hard to make a difference saying my vodka is better than the other one. Or, you know, so it's all about the experience.
Yes.
And if you want to reach, in this case, a more like a younger audience, something cooler, then they call designers to create stories.
Yeah, I love it too, because when I see something this is in that world, but he's going much more graffiti and there's an attitude, but from a distance, it looks just as classy as a lot of the other things you're seeing. You see? Which is really nice. Like the logo itself is quite crisp and nice. Yeah, definitely nice.
Yeah.
People are loving it. Yeah.
And there is another one, but if you can switch back.
I was going to say, what's the other brand? Is it Life Water? The new brand that came out that's quite all artistic.
I don't know.
I think it's either Pepsi or Coke made it. Is it Life Water?
Life is definitely something by Coke.
Yeah, LFE, I think it is. I can't remember what it is. But they use beautiful artwork all around the bottle. And then there's just this very simplistic, great, like, black and white logo in the middle there. So it's pretty cool. I see David. I'm seeing some familiar names. Did Pepsi make it? Yep, I think it was Pepsi.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. What are you looking for?
Looking for something. Yeah, I don't think I will find it. I don't think. Because he did another collab. Yeah. I'll find it later. But
okay.
It's funny to see all these brands for packaging, partnering more and more with illustrators and designers.
Yeah,
there's a great opportunity too.
David, you need to upload a photo. Perfect. Okay, so the next trend that is kind of an extension of that last one is this idea of the old school, and this is, we've been bringing up nostalgic a lot in the last 3 days, that this becomes this new look that is almost retro, a little nostalgic, and a little bit back to make it look a little more established and like it's been out there for quite a while. And yet it's quite hipster and trendy because it's being used so much. And a lot of people are understanding how this appeals to millennials as consumers, because they really think that this has quality to it when they see something like this. It's almost like it's worthy of a higher price tag because someone has spent the time to do a beautiful design on it and something very retro. And I think another thing you could bring up to clients when you're in maybe someone like this is the fact that consumers now are more aware of design than ever before. So they know, they have a perception, they can look at something and perceive a certain value, you know. See, love the old school. It's definitely old school. Has this, sometimes there's a great blend of both now and kind of current fonts, but old texture and color and illustration design. So again, if you brought up a good point about collaboration, where if this might not be your particular discipline when it comes to design and a client asks for it, find someone who does these illustrations and collaborate and bring them on as a subcontractor. There's so many different ways around it. This is another one that is very out there when it comes to food products and everything, but titled it Made with Love because it wants to look like it came from a sweet grandmother's, garage, and she makes her own, preserves. So it's this whole idea of almost handwritten, like right from a recipe card idea, and really, really clean, really, really high end. I think Williams-Sonoma out here is probably a perfect example of a brand that really goes this route, and it's made with love.
And there was a good comment by George saying that he's a millennial also. He loves old school, but he feels that it's no longer unique because everyone is doing it.
So you bring up a great point, and my next slide I think kind of covers that. That's definitely true. So not a fan of why are you not a fan of the handwritten, Eric?
Yeah, interesting. Because it's hard to read. I mean, what is your feedback?
But if it's it might not. That's a good point. If it's not for you, then that's probably you're not the market for it. But if someone's looking for a jam that's not made by the high end, or I'm sorry, the mass marketed company, and they see this, they might just trust it immediately and say, "I'll go with it." Okay. So again, it's all about who the end consumer is. Overdone. Yeah, I totally get you. But I think your example you showed was a great example of that whole over the top illustration stuff might be overdone, but your version showed it off in a new way. So why not do that? Okay. So going back to his point, have we gone too far with this whole idea? Because now what you could see, like if I had $1 for every time I see artisanal, crafted, curated, purveyors, authentic on packaging now, it's almost fake. Whereas we've gone so far that now Campbell's is telling us that, their soup is slow roasted in a kettle for 14 hours or whatever. And you can't, I don't know if you really can believe that because you can't just put on a very handmade box or bag and automatically think it's just as much as if all of us decided to start a little homegrown shop, and we're doing it in small kitchens and not in these big things. So when the big companies have joined in on this, I think Eric loves Campbell's, but I think to us we see it and how he said it's overdone. I totally agree. It's been completely overdone. So I think we got to be really careful when we're doing this kind of stuff that it is representing companies that truly believe in these things rather than
the values,
being a little dishonest and switching to a different skin to appeal to that consumer, but yet the product inside is really not it, if that makes sense. What do you guys think?
Slow cooked by grandma.
Yeah, exactly. Made in Newark, New Jersey.
Maybe they hire 3,000 grandmas.
Exactly. Yep, and it loses authenticity for sure. I think is a great example. It's like I'd rather than be who they are. Campbell's is great because they can go retro because they've been around for over 100 years. So be retro and live off of the nostalgia of your past. But when they try to do something, I think like this, I don't know who they're really fooling. I think we look at all the biggest companies now are all saying this. So some interesting points there. If you guys have any comments or agreement or disagreement, please, Andy Warhol, exactly. I mean, like there's such a huge connection there that they could be playing off of, but yet they're trying to kind of pretend that they're this And I don't know if a lot of us are truly buying it, you know. Looks overcrowded to me. Yeah, the top bag one, I think you're saying? Yeah, definitely. I mean, they're giving a good quarter of the panel to an illustration of a guy looking hungry. Is that right or wrong? I don't know. You know, who they're going for.
It's weird.
And it's called Ghost Soup. So, interesting. It's all the same recipes in all the different for sure. Okay, so those were kind of the slides we were talking about there. And then we're going to go back to the latest and greatest when it came to where we left off yesterday. And I didn't save the image, so forgive me for this, but
it's on YouTube.
Yeah, but it's on YouTube. You can find us there yesterday. We kind of left off in this zone, and I'll be honest, it's kind of hard to kind of design under pressure when knowing when there's a ton of people watching. I've never been in that position yesterday, so when I
it's very hard.
When I look back at it, I was pretty embarrassed as how it went, and but I think there's a good lesson there. That
it was more a conversation. Also.
Of course,
no, it was not just you.
And I loved getting your guys' comments. So I'll give you a little look at now where we're at. So this is kind of where we're at now.
Nice.
Kind of really pulled it all together. And don't forget, hand drawn by Michael.
Oh my God!
All natural made it in. So you're in there ready to go.
Yeah, I think it's still somewhere here.
Yeah.
I see it. No,
yeah.
It's here. It's there.
Oh. We'll show you.
Yeah, we show you how we did that, but it was just...
There you go. There it is. All natural. Look at this guy.
Yeah.
Right
just
there.
Did this, and we use Adobe Capture. It was in the first episode on Tuesday.
Yeah.
We used Adobe Capture.
Thanks, Mitch.
And we got the vector version, and now it's in the design.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And yes, Tim, it is gluten-free. We're gonna say it is. So, a few things I wanted to do was lessen a few things, but
it's so much better.
Yeah. See, I work better alone. I'm just kidding. So, anyways, really wanted to zero in on being a lot more focused, letting the brand and the personality we talked about come through a little bit more rather than just the food image. One of the things I did was I wanted to go back to this adventure and travel and these maps that we thought of. Remember when we were looking up ideas? Because if this brand is adventurous, how do you say adventurous? So some of the stuff I was doing was just putting in really unique kind of background graphics to almost make it look like a kid did it. And these have compasses and dotted maps and different things to kind of continue the adventure thing, you know? So definitely had a lot of fun putting this together. The other thing I love was that whole, what's this new tool that we were using? This guy here, the Puppet Warp. So using that a lot, and even this little banner.
Wow, you use it here.
Yeah. So
good job.
Kind of selecting this here. Let's see. Am I on the wrong layer? Probably.
Yeah, maybe it's locked.
Yeah. Get up on top here. Oh, okay. There we go. So again, if you guys didn't see this yesterday, we kind of went into here with this new thing, and now you have these. You can drop in these anchors, and when you kind of hover on them, you can turn these things as you need.
Such a good use case.
You see what I mean? And I did an interesting thing. I noticed you can group the text with this, and the text went with it. But you got to be careful because, again, the text as a whole was going with it, and it got a little too warped. Yeah. So what I did was I just kind of kept it here, and I kept the font normal, and all I did was kind of do that. So another great little trick to kind of, instead of just having simple, straight things that are in there, you can add some character to them by this new one, which I thought was really, really cool. So that's kind of where we left off with it, or where I left off with it this morning, and coming along good. So had a blast with kind of hearing what you guys were saying and playing around with some different things, a little more focused, a little cleaner. So what I want to do is I want to make a second version of it and do it in another flavor. Okay. And then we can, if you want, I can get rolling on that. Did we have anything that you wanted to? Are we doing portfolio reviews, or you tell me?
Now we can start working, and then in about 10 minutes we do some portfolio reviews.
Perfect. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to unlock both of those, and I'm going to get rid of this one here, and keep my center line. I'm going to grab everything over, duplicate it over. So this one, we're going to bring in a brand new flavor. So I was looking around this morning and found a very similar image. So same idea. And I'm going to need your help on something because I want to use that color change
we do
thing
that.
here.
Yeah.
And
Also.
for those of you who did not see this new trick that we were using yesterday, it was pretty cool. So again, I'm going to give it a little bit of that drop shadow to pop it a little bit more.
And we received 2 entries already.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
So just to encourage you to share what you create with Adobe Dimension. So let me do this. Yeah. Awesome. So,
ooh, nice.
A taste of Brazil on the beach. So first, so the can. Oh, and a nice design.
I drink it.
Yeah.
It doesn't take much for beer.
Yeah, very nice design. If you watch the episode with Kenny Cole, you are designing also. He's designing a beer label.
Yeah.
With completely different style, but yeah.
Yeah, that's great. I would almost think too, if it'd be neat to try, since his background image has such a cool, like sun-drenched feeling.
Yeah.
If there's maybe in Dimension, there's a way to age or kind of like maybe pick a surface that makes it look a little more weathered. Like, do you know what I mean? So it looks, because I love his illustrations look great. I'd love to see that. Your favorite word, a little more gritty.
Yeah, or gritty.
Looks good, man.
And you can add some gritty in Photoshop too, because you can render a PSD file and work on the layer. And,
there you go.
And work on the light. And we have also Shivam in the chat who played with oranges.
Wow, very nice. Very nice. That looks great.
Nice design too. Nice illustration. Yeah, Shivam is very good.
So did, question, were the oranges added as additional in Dimension, or was that part of the background?
I guess these are just balls.
Yeah, you just can bring in
drag
spheres.
And drop spheres.
Okay. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, good job.
Wow, nice.
So keep sharing, because at the end of the show we will ask Nick which design you preferred, and it's an opportunity to win maybe a Creative Cloud subscription.
Oh.
Okay.
Thanks for the comment there, Ryan. I totally agree. The wood grain was. I changed this whole idea where we were having that. You can look at it. There's. Oh, go back here. There we go. I kind of kept the texture in there of that brown paper bag, but it's multiplied behind this purple. Because when I was looking at the whole idea, the use of the purple here at the top, there was a nice kind of tie-in to base it now. Instead of that, just that wood or that craft paper, I put the purple over the craft paper as a nice base for the entire bag. So it has more of a foundation. I think that's truly what I was trying to do. Perfect. So, okay. So I need your help on this. So one of the things we did yesterday was that new, what was it called? The color changer?
Recolor artwork.
Recolor, right? This
so
one
you
here.
need to select first what you want to recolor.
So here's the thing. So now that we are doing a watermelon color, and these bursts here, I did as gradient shapes. Oh. So now I want to make them watermelon color. So I'm assuming, can we do that in here?
I don't know.
Let's see.
Let's see. So you can go in Edit.
Yes.
And these are, I guess, the edges of the...
So that's your lightest and your darkest? Those are your two colors in there?
No, you have more. Look, you have everything.
There you go.
Because these are gradients.
But it's giving you all the gradients in between.
Yeah.
The darkest and the lightest.
So maybe we can make sure it's link.
Okay.
Is it linked now?
One more time. It has that looks like it's linked.
Yeah.
Okay. Ah, look at that.
And I don't know where this is.
See, a little more magenta-ish, like.
Yeah, I'll let you.
Okay.
I'll let you choose.
Oh, that's
And you can
great.
take each dot, like the highlights, the shadows.
That's crazy. So this is pretty amazing. Oh, I love that. Heidi, you're totally right. I was already thinking wacky watermelon. Okay, so yeah, it has to start with W. Give us a name for blank watermelon. So wacky watermelon is one of them. I'd love to see what everybody else thinks.
Okay, yeah, we need
a new name. So this
is creative.
This is great, because when you make the so in these I popped in that what is this one called?
The warp.
This guy here, the gradation mesh.
Oh yeah, the mesh.
So,
nice.
And I'm sure a lot of you notice when you do that, and then you want to make a change to it, it's crazy. You got to go into each point. Yeah. So now being able to do this and get to something that looks pretty nice, right? So I'm gonna see. So you were dragging this guy.
Yeah.
There we go.
To get everything.
Oh, there you go. Nice.
Okay.
And then this one, I can bring more. There we go.
So you can unlink them if you just want to move just really one and lose the link between them.
Yeah. Oh, I see.
See what I mean?
Too far in there. There we go. So turn that off. Yeah. And then I can get.
Just pick one.
Ah, perfect. It's looking better here.
Yeah, here
that looks
very saturated.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to say okay with that. Perfect. The other thing I want to do is now change.
We have a wild watermelon.
Wild watermelon.
Willful.
Whimsical. That is one of our names. Where do you find this tool? Which
David,
one?
just select anything in Illustrator. It's in the
right up here
in the bar. Recolor artwork.
There you go.
Wondrous. The watermelon wave.
I kind of like the Wondrous is good. Don't have a lot of room, so keep in mind. I think I don't want to go too far. So
yeah,
like,
watermelon is
that's
already
why wild
name.
Was a good one, or wacky. I like that. Okay, so now we want to change this background color to something a little bit more in that realm. So I might even start from here. Whoa, way too bright. There we go. So again, when you're making a change, one of the things I like to do is step away from the screen a little bit. This is good to see, so you can see just if is it too bright, is it in the same hue as what you've got going on with the other one. So again, I'm going to kind of play around with it, maybe add a little bit more, drop out a little bit of that yellow, and just want to make sure it has a nice kind of feel and it goes with the color vibe. I might pull from here and see. Let's see. Way too bright. Way too bright. Cool. So again, if these aren't, let's see, those have a much more contrast here, and these are looking a little bit more similar. So
yeah, with the orange version, it's
so
the background is darker.
Go in here. I'm going to go back into this guy. Right?
Yeah.
And then you go to edit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
it only, let's see, did I ungroup?
No. It's in the edit tool. You can link or.
Okay. They're all there.
Yeah.
So go back to here.
They're all there.
Cool.
Edit. And you can link, like.
This one
here. Yeah.
Good. Okay. Blue, maybe right in there. See, it looks like some of them are different. You see how like those two are a little more saturated?
Oh yeah, you have two.
Maybe they're different.
I guess this one. That's why. This one was.
So you always
saturated.
Okay. So they're linked now. So now they all go together, right? Okay.
Like you link the value of the color, but for the saturation, you can take each one and.
Okay. Cool. So I definitely wanted to, for now, I just wanted it to be a little bit different from the rest. Yeah.
Wicked watermelon.
Wicked watermelon. Okay. Let's see if it fits. I'm down with that one.
Yeah, I think it will fit.
Okay. Let's see how it looks. Not too bad. Yeah, let's touch in there a little bit. I can kind of get in there a little bit and make the...
the kerning.
Let's see. I'm going to just try wild to see if it's...
wild, yeah. You will save some space.
Yeah. There we go.
That's how you make marketing decisions.
Yes, exactly. Based on the space of your packaging. So I just want to see if they're in line pretty well. Yep, that looks pretty good. Okay. So, looking good. Okay,
nice.
So, very cool there. We've changed Wacky Watermelon. We got everything else. Our colors are looking pretty good. Let's see. I want to see it from far away. Cool. Okay, not bad. Watery watermelon. Now that would just be going way over the top size-wise. Great. Okay, so I'm going to go a little bit more red. There we go. Okay, so that's kind of cool. Okay, so we're good to go there. I'm going to save so we don't lose anything here. And then...
nice.
Perfect. And then we're gonna. So you're gonna show. He had a great way of. We've already set up the collaboration, so we know how to bring assets over to each other and play around. So we're gonna do that with Dimension a little bit once we're here.
Yeah, let's try that. Let me launch Dimension first.
Okay.
Create a new project.
So many panels.
And we will explain how it works.
There you go. I got rid of your panels, Mike.
So yeah. So what we did in Illustrator, if you open your Creative Cloud libraries,
yes,
here.
Okay.
So we have a Creative Cloud libraries that we shared. So if you want to share Creative Cloud library, it's in this menu. If you want to do it again, and collaborate.
Perfect.
And then you type the Adobe IDs, all the emails of your collaborators.
Yeah.
It could be 10 people.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you have 2 ways to share. So you can say, I am the owner of the library. I'm the only one who can edit it.
Yes.
The other one you can consume what I'm doing.
Gotcha.
Or we all collaborate. Anyone can delete, can add a file, can
Perfect.
edit a file. You have the
there's
control.
There's a few people out there I wouldn't give that access to.
Yeah.
A few of you are watching right now. But yeah, I think that's fantastic. It really works good. You know.
So you drag and drop already the orange one, so you can select the.
So
the
I think
pink
we made some changes to it. I think. So,
okay, so let's.
Can I delete it?
Yeah.
So
there
you
is
don't get
a delete, like a trash icon
trash
here.
it.
Just trash it.
There we go. Okay.
Okay.
So now.
Yeah, you can really select anything.
And I don't want you to have the template.
Oh no.
Right. Okay. So you're just gonna get that art live, correct?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna drop it in here.
Yeah.
Look at that.
And then, so it will take a few seconds because this is a huge file with a lot of details. And now it's syncing, you see here?
Yep.
And
so
if you roll over, it tells you the progress.
Perfect.
Okay, so it's uploaded it to the cloud and it will appear in my library after. And you can do the same with the pink if you want.
Yeah, that's great. Let's do it.
Watermelon. So then it says so freaking easy. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
It is.
Yep. David's a student of mine, right there.
Oh my God!
So check out his Behance.
After we will try something crazy. Okay.
Uh oh. You got a crazy idea?
Yeah. I don't know if this will work. So if it doesn't work, I will look super lame. On Adobe Live. But it wouldn't be the first time.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen
like every week. I fail every week. But it's good because I'm challenging the engineers. You know?
Okay.
So that's good. Okay, so let's try. So this is Adobe Dimension. Again, this is new and part of Creative Cloud. Here. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Dave's chiming in from his work profile, so he's not linking in. Sorry, man. Post your website.
Something like a cake bake. Yeah, maybe it's a meditation app.
Yep, I used it this morning, by the way.
Yeah.
Did you download that app?
Yeah, it's installed, and I played the video tutorial.
Yes. Isn't it beautiful?
Motion design is beautiful.
Yep.
I want to know. Okay.
They're local here.
Mission for you.
Yeah.
Oak is the name of the application.
Yeah, new application meditation
OAK. Okay.
Yeah.
Meditation app on the App Store. It starts with video introduction.
Yes.
If you can find me, who is the motion designer behind or the motion design agency?
Let's find out.
It looks like Oddfellows, if I have to pick a style.
Yeah.
But
really
yeah,
nice.
if you can find out.
Yeah.
It's so good. I want to invite these motion designers on the stream.
That would be great. Oh, yeah. Mitch used Oak last night. Fantastic. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
It's really great. Yeah.
Okay, so
the breathing thing is great, too. Yeah.
I am in Dimension. We'll take
perfect.
The food one, place it in the center.
Beautiful.
And just see how it looks. Okay, so if I click on environment, for the moment we drag and drop pictures.
Yes.
We can also just add a background color also.
Okay.
This is something that
nice.
That is possible.
Anything you want.
Yeah, just to see how it feels.
It's, in fact, too, just to get good contrast, because if it's a very light packaging, throw a dark background in for now.
And with environment also, we say, okay, do we want sunlight or more a spot? So sunlight, you will have this long shadow, where this is more for a inside light. Okay, I'm monitoring because if they find who is the...
Oak is a app on Google and Apple.
It has nothing to do with Adobe. Yeah. That's just we like this app. That's it. Okay, so you see in my Creative Cloud library, work with Nick.
Yes.
So when you see this icon, it means that we are collaborating. It's a shared Creative Cloud library.
Okay.
When the other ones, this one is not, this one is not, this
Great.
This is the one where I'm working with Kenny on the BR label with Kenny Cole. He will be later with me today. So let's get back and okay. So I have already the two ones. Okay, let's try the orange. I will drag and drop it here. Okay. Okay, let me rotate
I gotta redo
the environment.
I'm gonna redo the pink one because the photo didn't come through on it. It was locked.
Oh, okay, no problem.
Copy. So
you can
and I'll delete the pink one and go.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Okay, so I will resize something like this, and we'll see how it looks. Maybe resize it a bit more. Oh my god.
And then maybe, yeah, I would notch it down a little bit. So yeah, there you go. Oh no, you had it good. Mom was getting cut off earlier, but it looks great. Wow.
Oh, yummy. Okay, let's render a preview. So render preview is a short render.
Okay.
In a very low quality, just to feel the light a bit. Okay,
gotcha.
So the light comes from the right. Okay, it's not very exciting. So maybe I want sunlight just to see. Wow, it's super intense.
Yep.
Yeah, but let's see how if it's too intense.
Yep. And you can. So let's see. Yeah, it looks much better on your screen. It's a little dark on our monitor.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
Okay, that's good. Can I have a ground? Yes, ground plane.
On the top, it will get ripped off. That's true. But it's not the logo, Eric. That was one thing I think we talked about yesterday. Is
okay. But put it on the table now.
You have to be okay with something being ripped off on the top because it's a good inch to inch and a half. So as long as it's below that zipper line, I think you want to. That's what's gonna stay.
Okay, play with the perspective.
Oh snap!
Put it on the table. Make it more this way, but then. Okay, is it too big?
It looks like it could be a little bigger. I mean, for just this.
You think it would be bigger, or
it could be? Yeah.
It could be bigger.
Yeah, this could be anything. This could be a single side. There you go. At least fill the space up a little bit.
Okay.
You know?
Just move it here.
Yep, because we're gonna have, and then maybe angle one and then angle the other. Like I think would look kind of cool. But wow, that's crazy.
Like this.
That's crazy.
Okay. So the environment didn't match the image. Yes. Okay, so we increase a little bit this.
Rotate to the left might get back the mom and kid approved call out. Let's see, rotate to the left.
Oh, they want to
just a little bit more
to showcase.
Yeah,
like,
it could be big. I think this could be bigger. I mean, it's a matter. Like maybe
could be bigger.
Well, keep in mind the other one we're gonna do two. So maybe one looks like it's more in the foreground and one's a little, like this one could be in the background a little bit, and have the watermelon one in front. Okay. Slightly angled the other way. You guys are all like amazing photo stylists now, telling us angles because now we're photo shoot designers with Dimension. This is crazy.
Okay, let's put another one here.
Great.
We just do this for the eye. Just
tilt the camera up, not the right position or not the right perspective.
The camera. Okay.
A little bit. Okay. Add more red. Red in the packaging? I think is what he's saying.
Add more red.
I know.
Make it pop.
Make it pop.
Okay, drag and drop the texture for the second one. I have to make it bigger.
Just leave it like that. That looks perfect.
Yeah. Good job.
So, question, as you're moving it, it automatically crops to the there's a clipping path in the image, right?
Oh yeah.
So like mom's banner goes off. So there you go. Look at that. Wow. Looks great. Can you copy paste the coordinates of the other? What do you mean? What did you mean?
Oh, like and just replace copy paste the coordinates. I don't know. Maybe using this menu you can copy paste.
Sure. Okay. And then someone's asking too, can we collaborate?
Sure.
Can we collaborate without Adobe sign-in information? It has to be your Adobe login.
Ah, you need an Adobe ID. No, what you can do is share a library with anyone and make it public, but they won't be able to add. So we can share a library like full of icons, for instance, with the community, and it becomes just a link.
Okay.
But ideally, you need an Adobe ID.
Nice.
Okay, just tilt it just a bit.
There you go. Now you can make it maybe bigger, so it looks like it's more. It's like in front of it a little. That would look cool.
I don't know. I'm so bad at 3D.
And then lower it so it looks like it's kind of like in front of it, like almost in line with that line on the table. Whatever you think.
Maybe bigger.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the GMO logo is cutting off a little bit on the top. So we were talking about me, right?
This is where I want to try the crazy stuff.
Yep.
Okay, so let's render this just to see.
Paul, someone wants you to buy their face cream.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so thanks for joining. The new design looks very good.
Thank you.
Good job.
Yes, we see that things are getting cut off. So what do we do next? Do you want me to start editing, or what's your plan?
I want to try something. I don't know if it works.
Do you want some more coffee?
So. Okay, yeah, we can do a little bit more. Still rendering 6%. Oh my god!
I love what this guy said. Hours and hours in 3D software, and now this. Yep, it's that easy.
Yeah, and amazing. I'm really bad at 3D. But so no, I am the audience for Dimension.
Same here.
I'm really bad.
Same here.
I feel that this tool has been created for me.
What's next?
It's still rendering.
Okay.
Ah, come on.
Oh, I didn't know you. It looks good to me. I didn't know you were rendering it.
It's looking.
Don't like the hierarchy. It's good in some. Yeah.
Oh my God! We have all these art directors in the chat now. Come on, guys.
Were you saying the SNIX SNAX
it's a mock,
is of equal value of the food? Excuse me, the food photography. Is that what you were mentioning, Kevin?
And we do portfolio review, yeah. Don't worry.
We will.
But first, I want to try the crazy stuff. Okay, rendering is done. Okay, so we try something crazy.
Uh-oh, going crazy. We know things are cutting off, so don't worry.
I will ask Paul first. Do you think that they are linked Creative Cloud Smart Objects? You don't think so?
I don't think
we don't know.
We don't know.
Let's try.
What are we doing? What are we gonna do?
I will ask you to do something.
I'm scared.
If we double, okay, we go back to Nick's computer.
All right.
Awesome.
Cool.
So if you double click here.
Yep.
Okay, it's opening a new Illustrator file.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
But this is the file stored in the cloud. So this is the file in the library.
Okay.
So I wanted to try, just to try something.
Oh, move it here rather than having to redo it all over again.
I don't know.
Lower it.
Let's try to lower it.
Okay.
Like this.
Love it.
And also to make it more obvious, I will do something stupid. Okay. I will just change the color.
Yes.
Just to
see if it worked. And then lower the non-GMO a little bit. Notch that down maybe, but right there. That should be good.
Okay. So I will just say save.
Interesting. So let's see.
Okay. So save. We should see that this is syncing here.
Yep. How many percent we're at?
Okay.
It's going.
Okay. So it's going to the cloud. It makes this noise. Do you know when it goes to Creative Cloud?
It does.
Yeah.
I didn't hear it. All right. Oh, still going.
Okay, still going.
Now this would be
okay, 100%. Okay, if we go back to mine now. Okay, now it's syncing on my side.
Oh my gosh! So if that turns to green,
if that turns to green, then we can congratulate the engineers,
the team.
If it doesn't,
oh, it's reloading. Look.
Yeah, but I don't see the change in the. But not in the design.
Have some faith. It's gonna happen. I feel it. Did we just crash?
No.
Never.
It's running the preview.
There, it's green in the preview.
Yeah, but not here. Oh.
What if you do a well, maybe do you have to do a re-renderer?
No.
No?
I would expect it here. Okay.
Okay.
Maybe in the future release.
That would be
so awesome, right?
But I get it. It makes sense if you change the asset and it's just linked to it.
If you select decal, you could see the coordinates when you reapply.
Oh.
You know it's gonna be, that's how you can match it up.
Okay, so here, yeah, thanks, Paul. So we have the coordinates here. Okay, so I will copy this. So what you're telling me is that now if I drag and drop this, and is there a way to replace, you think? Because here, you see?
It's still dark there.
Can I drag and drop it here?
Right, typically you can.
Maybe it will keep the proportions, see what I mean?
Oh!
Hey.
It worked!
Yay.
Nice one, Paul. That's awesome.
Okay, so it's not that bad.
Wow.
Actually, it's easy. You just select the object. You click on decal. Click here, and you drag and drop the new version here.
So
not too bad.
A few of you were trying it and it didn't work, but if you just saw what he did, you go to the properties window.
Yeah.
And open that image.
Select decal.
There you go.
Okay, this is your illustration.
Ah, I think someone mentioned that earlier too. Yeah, good call.
That's good.
Wow. So, I make some changes to mine because I don't want it green. Well, green actually, green does look pretty good. What do you guys like, the green or the purple on the top banner? Designed by committee.
Yeah, let's vote.
Nothing better. The green kind of pops, which I like. Looks good. First person who chimes in, we're gonna go with it. Green or purple on the top.
First person.
Dun, dun,
Hi,
dun,
Sandra.
Dun, 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 dun. Green.
Green, green. Okay, okay.
Thanks, Mitch.
And it was random design because I just used the correct thing. Okay, let's do that.
That was awesome. That's great. I love it. Okay, so we're good with that. So now I can save this as we did, close it. But now, like you said, I'm going to double click on my on this artboard. Right, because this opens it up. This opens an AI folder.
Yeah, on the on the thumbnail.
Okay, so here we go.
And if you save, you let me know when, and
all right,
I will see the edit actually.
Okay, so here's that.
So cool.
Did you just sample my? Did you sample this green?
No.
Where did you, what green did you use?
I don't know.
Well, maybe I should just double click this one. Get it from there.
No, I just click randomly in the rainbow.
But I want the exact same green. You picked the perfect green. There you go. All right. Where is it?
Where's the
there it is. All right.
Really?
Yeah, that was it. I just cut and copied it from there.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna grab that, change that.
Oh, good job.
Okay. And then you took this guy. You notched this down a little bit too, right?
Yeah, both.
Cool.
Like on the edge, yeah. I mean,
there we go.
You feel it. And this one, I just did the. Yeah.
There we go. Save it. Should get my little spinning wheel here in a second.
Yeah, this is replacing the asset. Here we
go. Great. There we go.
This is
man. Yep.
Shipping to the
Look
cloud.
That. Michael, your beauty is golden.
Oh my God! Yeah, Eric, stop.
Wait, what do you say? The type is hard to read now. Are you saying because of the green?
Yeah.
I kind of.
Yeah, it's better on our screen. I think it's due to the live streaming compression because it's way better here.
Good call.
You know what I will do? I will render a PNG file and share it in the chat so they can see the actual design.
Oh, once we're okay. So we're good with that. So now we can go back to yours.
Yeah, let's go back to mine.
We are.
And
done. Okay.
So this is still. It's actually already in sync.
Mm-hmm.
This is just rendering the.
And then we're going to do the same idea. Turn it over. Cool.
Yeah, so let's do it again. Okay, decal. I click on the image and drag and drop the new version to replace.
Beautiful.
And here we go.
God, that was so fast. It's amazing.
So easy.
That's great.
Oh, you know what we can do? Okay. So, okay, let's say we are good with. Let me open the properties panel. So you can rotate the light, to choose because you don't want to.
Yeah, I was gonna like.
You don't want to do this.
No, exactly. And for those of you who I'm wondering if anybody's shot with white packaging. You actually trying to shoot photography is the hardest thing in the world because of all the glare you get from the studio lights. So to be able to do that little change right there,
and you can
is pretty amazing. You know,
the cloud. You can also colorize the light.
Yeah.
So if you want to get,
I was gonna say just a
morning.
Can we brighten it a little bit?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know. There you go. Wow, man.
And you can do it like a warm or cold.
Yep.
So we just warm it up just a little bit.
I see one. This is great. This is great too because there's certain things I'm seeing now that I want to change that obviously.
Yeah, that you cannot
see. Yeah. Like I'm looking, and you guys tell me if you think I'm right or wrong. The I and the X in SNIX SNAX, that purple looks a little dark, and our purple down at the and our purple down at the bottom. So it's coming too muddy. So
feedback.
You know what I mean? So should I do that in mine and repopulate again the same way, or what do you think? Or can you handle it there?
Oh no.
Should I
should work on.
I should do it. Okay.
Let's go back to the design.
Okay.
And as you're working on it, we will give away a credit card subscription to someone in the chat.
Do it.
who is very active. So we give you 3 minutes. Make sure to sign in with your Adobe ID so you can chat, and you can ask a question to Nick. You can give some feedback, anything, but say something in the chat, and our script will randomly pick someone, and you might get a Creative Cloud subscription. So good luck.
Go. Nice. So I'm going to soften that purple a little bit. Okay. There we go. So it's
Alexis is asking, can Dimension import any 3D objects? 3D OBJ, yeah, OBJ, which is a standard in the 3D industry.
That's great.
Make sure the object is optimized, not too complex, of course, but yeah, it should work.
Okay.
We had some entries actually of the contest where people use their own 3D objects. I was really impressed.
Nice, nice. Okay, so I'm saving that one. Has been saved, the orange one.
I'm moving away the microphone from my fan because my computer is crying now.
I can hear it.
It's like,
I'm getting a breeze over here. Okay, so now we're gonna do the pink one.
To get crafty, you can actually model a SNIX snack on the table. If there's a donut shape.
oh, if there is a donut shape.
Oh,
Okay, I will search if there is a donut.
that's not a bad idea.
I would say donut model.
Yeah, and then is there any in this stock window?
I like that idea.
You see this one? Maybe this.
Okay. Cool. And let's grab this purple. Cool. Okay, so. All right, so I made the purple change. We'll see if that helps out a little bit better.
Are you syncing?
Yep.
Oh my god, it's so easy.
Man. I'm gonna use this so much more often. This is
Hi Hector, actually I have an old MacBook Pro. I mean, old. 2000, yeah. It has 4 years.
Adam's telling me about the new clean UI version of Illustrator. I'm making the transition. It's a bit of a leap to go to the new Essentials
panel. Yeah.
So I've been trying it, but like I purposely, that's why. Look at that mess. I gotta get rid of it. Sorry, my palettes are crazy. Let's go back and see.
So it's updating. So you updated the. Let's go back. Yeah.
There we
You
go.
updated the pink one, right?
Yep. Both of them.
Both of them.
So
okay.
the purple is now.
It's purple. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. So I replace the purple here.
Did it get it? Oh yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
It's just not showing the bottom.
And then now.
So you see the difference in the purple?
Yeah.
Automatically?
Much better.
Yeah.
Much better.
That looks great. Nice.
And then here, drag and drop. Yeah, it
Killer.
worked. I
Killer.
saw it.
Look at that.
Okay. We have a winner. Okay. Who won the Creative Cloud subscription? Edward Lopez. Thanks for being with us. We will do more Creative Cloud giveaways, so stay tuned. Edward Lopez, 1 year of Creative Cloud.
Not bad.
It includes Illustrator, Dimension, so you can reproduce the same process.
Next week, I'm going to chime in on the chats.
Huge. Hi.
Hey, remember
I
me?
have a question.
Good job, man.
Yeah, good job. Next week we will be live, so every week actually.
Yeah.
Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays on behance.net/live, the Adobe Live show. Next week will feature illustrators and digital painters.
Perfect. All right.
So they will create illustrations live. Some of them work for the New Yorker. We have very good guests. We have also Sophie. She's the one, one of the designer, designing the Google Doodles.
Oh, yes.
See, when you open Google and sometimes the
all
logo
those little
is,
ones at the beginning.
She's one of the designers.
Wow, that's perfect. That's perfect. Good deal.
There is a schedule tab if you want to check the name of our guest next week. It's already updated.
Yeah, so they're already asking every week. Yeah.
Every week.
Every week.
Oh, yes. You can subscribe also. In the schedule tab, you can subscribe to get notified by email when we go live.
Mm-hmm.
So you know the topic, about the guest. I mean, it's a good way also to remember that we go live. Okay, so you know what? I think I like it. So I will do a render, but in better quality.
Okay.
Maybe
Fingers
medium.
Crossed. Fingers crossed.
I'll try medium. Maybe it will take 5 hours. I don't know. I've never tried, so we will see.
We could do portfolio reviews if it goes too far.
Exactly, we will do portfolio reviews. Oh, maybe I will rename it first.
Yeah, please do that.
SNIX SNAX.
Yeah, when do you guys sleep?
Render. Okay, this is rendering. Okay, it's time for portfolio reviews. Okay, so we will maybe Paul switch to thank you.
Great. All right, mine. Okay.
Okay, we have.
So we're gonna look at their Behance page.
Yeah, I'm just need to click on their head. Mine. Okay, I'm just picking some.
Me. That's great.
Okay, let's start with this. I need to check before if there is no surprise.
Okay.
Because they can be tricky. Okay, it looks very good. Thank you. Yes. So we start with Mariam, who is watching us.
Nice.
So Mariam, so I like to be like the candid reader.
Yes.
Just understanding. So she's from Charlotte.
Yep.
Focus on graphic design, advertising, and branding, and work experience. Cinema Makeup School, Interior Technologies, Dotic. Okay, good job. And links to Vimeo, good. So I guess you do some video too.
Yep. Was there a
and
did she have her
email.
little story down there? I didn't see it.
There was no story, so maybe this is something you can add, Mariam, just to introduce yourself. You know,
yes.
to
always have a paragraph that sets you apart. What's so specific about you and what you do? It could be 2 lines, but if you need help, find someone that you know that writes well. You know, if you can't, I think a lot of us can't write specifically for ourselves, so just have someone help you write a little blurb to put on there. Cool. I think that's what a lot of people, I'm sure you guys have been hearing this too, but a lot of people get hired from, people are going out and just looking on Behance for specific, exact.
And that's how I find the guests for the
There you go, yeah. So interesting. So I would just get something in there.
She says
add
that
some
she
personality.
Will.
All right.
Okay.
Good deal.
So when you look at the portfolio like this, like, what is your first impression?
I see a lot of red and yellow.
Yeah, a lot of red and yellow.
Yeah.
That's what
first thought
pops out. Okay.
Are you? It looks like you do a lot more publication,
editorial.
A lot more print, which is great. I think that's always great to show. Let's see.
Which one do you want to see?
I would pick. I'm trying to pick the. Let's go with this guy right here.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go.
So these are vertical maquette cover design.
Great. Okay. Scan through. I'm assuming these are all mock-ups, and my only question would be if you do have a physical sample of something. I think a lot of times professionals will look at this and think it wasn't truly printed. So if it was printed, get in a few real samples in there too, not just the smart mock-ups, you know. But I do like her positioning of like that one looks great. Yeah. I love the whole idea behind that. I'm assuming this was maybe for a client.
For Entera, I guess.
Yep.
One thing she worked for it. It is in her resume. She was designer there. So.
Great. So one thing I would suggest is, since you have such a unique font in your logo, and there's a little personality in there, find a font other than what you're just using that might have a little bit of that they can own. I always think a company should have a font that is theirs. Like Adobe uses their font, right? And you see it consistently used very, very targetedly. I would say have a font that you can truly say is your brand's font. So when I see a nice big headline on the cover, I don't even have to see the logo. I know exactly who the company is. Do you know what I mean? Specifically, it looks like you're doing a lot of work for them. So like, get that out there so that font really does shine. But other than that, the layouts look great, and I think it looks good. I like the way you're categorizing these all into one project because they look like they're from a campaign, which works. So click on anything. You pick one. How about is that a packaging or no?
Magazine advertisement, automation.
How about this guy? That looks different. Yeah. Cool. Ah, there you go.
Okay.
Nice. Cool.
I would engine oil.
I would definitely, if you art directed that image with the swooshes and the perspective and all the highlights, I'd show that alone and take credit for it. So like make sure you are listing exactly what you're doing there. I think someone would be really inspired to look at this and say, wow, she did an incredible photo retouching, and I love the effects of it. If you did that, make sure it's listed, you know, because I don't think if someone calls you on that and you didn't do it, then there's a disconnect. Do you see what I mean?
So really explain what you're doing.
Yeah.
And she also does oil painting.
Wow, yeah, look at
she's a traditional artist.
That's beautiful.
Wow. Awesome.
Really nice. I'm curious to know, and chime in on this, do you get anyone asking that they like the idea of you having your illustrations with your business side, or
it's a good question.
Should you do two separate kind of, you know, showcases? I think obviously you're putting them at the bottom, which is cool, and they're in their own little project thing. You can't please everybody. I think some designers might look at it and go, I'm confused. What are you, a designer or a painter? But then some people might go, I love that she has this artistic side, and that's a great quality.
That's added value. Yeah.
So never heard of it. Big question for me. Never heard of it. Okay, so I'm assuming no one's commented on that, but I think sometimes it might look, if you're really high tech and a lot of your stuff looks very corporate driven and like corporate reports and really strong branded, it might be good to maybe separate them. I don't know. Then you can really have an entire other site that's all about you and your passion projects and the things you do. Just be sure you're not confusing anybody, I think sometimes.
And one advice is really for everyone. Also, when you have a portfolio like this, what I see is that you can do graphic design, editorial content, also motion design apparently.
Yes.
Digital painting, drawing, logo design, so branding. You show a lot of creative fields, and sometimes it's good to curate and just showcase what you want to do in the future.
Yes, yes.
What you want to be noticed for. Like if you love graphic design and editorial content, just showcase.
Yes.
Maybe could be, and maybe you can experiment and do it for 3 months, you know, and see if you have another type of feedback. Because if you don't like motion design, for instance, you had to do it, and you feel it's not your passion, you don't want to do it in the future.
Take it out.
Take it out. Yeah.
Also, if you don't feel 100% confident of it too.
Yeah.
I think that's the one thing is some people will say, I had this interview and I should have taken this one. I knew I should have taken this one thing out because it had nothing to do with it. It threw the interviewer off a little. If you feel like there's something in there that's a little bit off, or maybe you're not too proud of it, truly less is more when it comes to stuff like that. So for sure, don't worry about it. Were you saying too, her projects, it'd be better to, because I know even from the past when I set up my Behance years ago, I was going more project based because it says, you know, start a new project, and you build this thing and everything. But were you saying to maybe change it whereas each little project should be a discipline? So like if she does a lot of corporate design, right?
Could be
and then logo designs, and then UI UX. And that way, it's more of you're building it more like you would your portfolio rather than a project piece.
But you need to be very confident in the quality of each field.
Yes.
But it's interesting. But to share another story, so Prisca is a friend of mine in Paris, and he was, he's still
he was
a very good interactive designer working in Flash back in the days. He did Popcorn Garage, which was a hit. You see, like when you have a FWA, it means that you are very good, or AW Awards. But then at some point he was a little bit tired, like working in agencies, and lettering became his passion. So he just started to share only lettering. Like he removed from his portfolio everything. So he put that again because I know there is a new version coming of Popcorn Garage. And now he only gets customers for his lettering work. That's it. So that's his new job now. He's a lettering artist.
Yeah. I think also you find what shines, what you either like more, what you're being hired for more. So your area of expertise might come out of like what you were saying there. Other thing I was going to say too, if you notice, a lot of people are getting very clever with their cover images for their portfolios. So I would say, like, let's say you on yours here, if she had at the bottom right of each corner something that says print, and then it said UI UX, or it said logo identity, and just because remember, we read these things, people want to look at this and get a little bit of a hint of what that project's going to be. So even though it says it underneath there, it says graphic design or advertising, you know, you have complete control on this to make your cover image even better. So I've put mine more in buckets, where it's a bucket of either a particular project or a particular discipline, and I make my cover image specific for each project. Which I just think it's interesting, and I'm so influenced by everybody I see that are out there. I need to do that. It's a good tip.
There's a question by Rami. Do you think adding much text about the story and the process in Behance portfolio is effective practice, or people usually skip the text?
In the
description,
once you click into it.
So Rami, I think it's effective because what I would do is one pass like this.
Yeah.
And if I enjoy the work, I want to know the story.
Yep.
And if there is no story, no behind the scenes explanations,
I feel there's a little something missing.
I would be frustrated. And also, it's a good way to build trust with the people reviewing your portfolio. Be very transparent.
Yeah.
You know, if you worked with other designers on this, just quote them. You know, and say, hey, this picture has been taken by this photographer, and I used Photoshop to create the composition. I edit the swatch effect. You know?
Can I show you one? If you go to mine real quick, I'll show you.
Of course.
You can look it up. That's on Behance. And I'll show you.
I used the Google engine.
It's even faster, isn't it? This Summit one, the first one here. This was actually put together by my students, so this was their whole portfolio review. But they took it to a point where they added the copy and everything within the image. So the birth of the idea, and it showed. And we were specific in taking. This is the other thing too, guys. If with your cameras on hand all the time, take real pictures of your process as you're going through. It looks 10 times better than anything you're going to mock up. So they put in everything in there. Did this really nice, and that's one long PSD that they made, and they brought it in. And he did all of this great stuff by color choosing it and doing. That's Christian right there. He put this together.
Good job, Christian.
The president of our student Art and Graphics Association at Cal State Northridge. So see, I make a specific template or piece that is my cover. So that way there's something. It's either the project it's about, the client. And then it goes into, and I'm trying to figure out too how to streamline these. I have some from the past that look one way, and newer ones that look different.
Stuff.
And man, as designers, we have so many things to be on top of. So your own portfolio, your Behance, right? Anywhere else you are, your Instagram, your feeds. It's a lot to take into consideration. But my biggest tip with all of you, if we can't get to your portfolio, just make sure you're consistent throughout everything. You know, I think that's the key, is that when you go from one place to the next place to the next place, you're using your brand colors, you're using the same logo, there's the same tone of voice everywhere. You know, pick the chicken head. What's the chicken head?
It's Eric. He wants us to review the portfolio.
Oh, I think
we do more.
Eric's been pretty.
So we have also Arash. He's from Sweden.
Nice. Okay.
And he's a 3D designer. Okay, 3D generalist.
Cool.
Oh my God, you worked for Chanel? No way. Wow.
Nice. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Okay, so Arash, I want to know something. So my guess is that this is 3D.
Okay.
And Maxon Cinema 4D.
There you
Photoshop.
Go.
Okay, Photoshop.
So concept or real?
And it's a great example.
Yep.
Because Arash is someone who knows 3D.
Yeah.
You know, Cinema 4D and stuff. And now, thanks to Dimension, someone who only knows Photoshop, you know, and graphic design, can render this type of pictures too. So Arash can focus on creating the model.
Yep.
And
not
then
so much of all that other time.
You know, which is very time consuming.
Yeah.
And then give it to a designer working in Dimension to create this picture.
Yeah.
It's a very good example of a picture that could be rendered by Dimension and used in the advertising industry. Yeah. And it looks great, by the way.
Yeah, I love what Joe said. How he loves the way the glass overlaps and that kind of right there in that sweet spot. Really nice.
Again, packaging, another example that could be done in Dimension too.
Boy, that looks like
it was done with Cinema 4D, so before Dimension.
Yep.
Oh my God, I'm hungry.
I know. No more food.
Wow. Stop with the chocolate madness. Yeah, but you're very good, Arash.
That looks great.
It's very hard to do this.
That looks really good.
My God.
Really cool. Well, you're definitely
very good job.
You're definitely got a good. I like that you have less is more. You're building it. You're being really picky. Again, but add some content here. Tell us what you did, what it was for. You know, you guys can always add the brief. Add the brief that was, even make it up if you don't have one. You know, it's like add layers to these, because people do, like you said earlier, you might do a quick glance, but if something does trigger, and they want to read more about it, you got to have something on hand. And I think the way Behance allows you to do it on the right or within is it's your own way, you know? Oh, that's even better. It's like chocolate and Coca-Cola.
It's too much, too much.
Sorry, man, we're done with you.
And Shivam, who is a big fan of Adobe Live.
Nice.
And he's a very good designer, based in India.
Oh, yes, you were mentioning this earlier.
Dehradun. He wants us to showcase the gold drinks, and he used Cinema 4D too. So
yeah.
And remember,
Shivam,
he did this.
Yes.
With Dimension.
Ah, beautiful.
So now he can use Dimension too.
In a fraction of the time, probably. Yep. Nice.
Wow.
Flash. Cool. That looks great.
I like this.
Looks really good.
A lot of punch.
Yep. There you go. I was just gonna say, show a few without too busy of a background, just so there's a bit of a focus. Yeah. You might want to highlight one can on a very simple background, and maybe add some points of interest to say what you were doing. Like, I think a lot of people like to know why this designed into this way. So describe it a little bit. Like each graphic geometric shape represents a different flavor because, or something like that could be kind of fun to play around with. So, but one thing I do like about the overall feel of what I'm getting, everything from the profile pic to the cover pics, is you definitely have what looks like an opinion of it, what your design is. I think that's one thing I really kind of like to see when people have a unique opinion of design. So it looks good.
Okay, we'll do two more because now they all want their portfolio to be reviewed. Also, I'm interested in the chat because it's the first time we experiment this.
Yeah.
If we, do you do you enjoy having our guests reviewing portfolios? Do you think it makes sense? Do you learn? Do you want to see more?
Yeah.
Let us know.
It seems like they do.
So Daniel Clark, you are senior graphic designer in Ricksville. Interesting.
Okay.
You're in the US. Okay.
Nice. Okay. There you go.
Yeah, a lot of things going on.
Great.
Illustrations. Whoa.
Wow.
You produce a lot, huh?
There you go, man.
Whoa. It's a huge portfolio.
Yeah, so it looks like more recently you've gotten into different things. So like down below, it seems very illustrative, character driven, and then it's getting into a little bit more maybe applications of that work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it's more like his personal
that looks great.
Activity.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to find if he's commenting on anything.
0. Okay, good. And then because email best practice in the summer was task. Okay, so this is more something he had to do.
Okay, a little different from all those characters.
Yeah, that's funny to see. You know.
I know, we got to do it all.
What we have to do for work, and
it
looks great.
And how about
a poster? Okay, let's see a poster.
Cool. Looks like a flyer. Maybe it was turned, and so those are the three different panels.
Oh, and folded.
Poster that opens up. Nice. Very cool. So maybe again too, I would at first glance of not knowing, I think, who you are, what you do, I would almost maybe categorize again your projects in a way of like your disciplines. So have one that's all about your these incredible illustrations and what you've done for those, and maybe bucket those into 3 or 4.
It's a mail piece, okay, then.
Yeah, I think it might be a little intimidating to see so much of that.
It's a lot.
Maybe pick your favorites. I think you can crop them. When I see them cropped really interestingly, it's great.
Like
yeah, like that, some of them, just the way it's all about cropping. It's, you know how like YouTube videos and knowing exactly what to use for your cover image sells it better. Same with this. So like make sure you're cropping them very similar, or you're doing something unique. And maybe again, on the cover image, put, you know, this is the corporate ID, this is, you know, total illustration, whatever it is. Give people a sense of what they're going to get when they click on that by adding it to the cover image. But the work looks great. Yeah, man.
Good job. We do one more.
One more.
Julia, because she said I'm a student.
Where is she from?
She's from
Tennessee.
Kingston Springs, Tennessee.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Memphis.
Graphic designer based in Nashville, Tennessee. Student at Tennessee College of Applied Technologies for digital graphic design. Wow.
Wow. Good job. Let's hit that dry. What is it? There we go.
It's a saloon.
Cool. Okay.
It's a fake bar and casino. I made it for this pamphlet. It's a cowboy royal. Okay.
Nice. Okay. Cool. Looks like a little brochure folded. Nice.
Oh, with the menu. Okay, I see.
Yep.
Have you worked on menus for restaurants?
Yeah,
and stuff?
we're on our 5th restaurant now. So menus are a whole
so what
different
are
breed.
The golden rules.
I'll give you one thing, and I see my students do this a lot too. Is it's margins, like you know, build your columns within there. You don't want type way close to the edge. It's like, so build in some margins for each one of your panels.
Give more air, more space.
And you can shrink the text down maybe a little bit, and make sure, like maybe what you want to do is for where it says mixes and beers, you add that, make that all caps of another font so it stands out a little bit more. So definitely work on the hierarchy a little bit and make sure you are taking advantage. The black chalk and like the food images look great on it. It's just about really finessing all of those fonts and all those, that the justification of the paragraphs on the right column. So
more typography working.
Art directors are going to be super, you know, picky when it comes to text layout and stuff like that. So make sure you're doing that right. Okay. And it looks like you got a fun little anime kind of. Oh,
there's a sticker here.
Cool.
The squad.
Nice.
Nice.
Keep going. Again, now take that. You've already done the art, right?
Yeah.
Take that art. If that's a sticker, show it on someone's backpack. Get a few applications of it. You know, I always laugh when
even if it's a mockup.
I always just laugh when I see one image. It's like, you did all that work. Now take it and show it in 2 or 3 other applications. Put it on a backpack. Put it on someone's, you know, computer, and show it in the real world. I think people will say, oh, it expands the realistic kind of, you know, style of each project. Definitely get it in there. Let's see, what's that?
It's a big portfolio for students.
Cool.
It's a class project. Okay. Thanks. Very important to be transparent.
Yep. There you go.
Cool your hair.
This is great. Yeah.
Oh, here you go.
Perfect. So showing it in a few. Okay. Again, you've done all these graphics. Make 3 or 4 more applications of it. Tell a bit of a story through this. It looks like there's a lot that you can say here. This whole idea of, you know, what you did, and this project being, let's see, yep, totally Bauhaus inspired. We can see that, right? You know, so expand
and you can
on
use 3D glasses.
Yeah, yeah. Make a T-shirt, make a hat. You know, it's like,
you should see or take a picture of someone watching with the 3D glasses.
There you go. Yeah. Michael will photo. I'll do it. You'll do that. If we have some around, we'll take a picture. Do we have time for another one, or how are we looking?
I think I want to see where we're at with the render. So
let's go.
We go back to the front view. I need to check where I am. Yeah.
I'm a little scared. Let's see.
Okay, I will do open in Photoshop. Can switch back. Beautiful splash screen. It's a collab between Perodina and Just
Chicken Head is
yeah, for the new splash screen, actually, we selected the team in charge of branding. They selected designers on Behance.
Yep.
And they asked them to collaborate.
I love that. Oh, so they all work together.
Around the world. And,
okay. Yeah. Hey, that's looking good.
Okay, so that's the final render. So I wanted to show when you render a PSD what's happening.
Yeah. Okay.
SNIX SNAX. So what's happening is that you have, which is super cool.
What?
These layers, including a def.
Nice.
So why?
Tell me why.
What could we do? Okay, I will. I'm looking for how I can demonstrate it. But okay, here we go. Let's bring this baby back.
You just want to put in your art.
Yeah, just to show off, you know.
Just to show off.
Oh my god, it's terrible. Okay, so let's say I want this to be between the. Because if you look at my layers,
yes,
all the 3D objects are in the same layer. Okay. This is the way 3D renderer works. You know, so no choice.
Keeps it there. Okay.
No choice. But I have this.
All right.
So I can just
crop it out.
Select this. Okay. I go back here. I had this, and I revert the mask, and boom.
Look at that. Beautiful.
And
that'd be great if
it's
you're,
very
if you're
clean,
putting together an ad or something for it, and you want your headline to kind of go in and out of it or something. Yep, that looks great.
So dimension could be only the first step.
Yes.
You know, you render a PSD.
Yep.
And then you give this design to like a graphic designer who will work on for a billboard, you know, for SNIX SNAX.
Yeah.
So this is just the first step. And then what I like is that the objects are
Oh, and it still
completely
keeps
separate.
Yep.
So I can
Look at that.
play with the light, add some punch.
Very nice.
And
very nice.
correct that. I can use my brush and work on highlight or shadows. I mean, that's
great.
now I don't want you to imagine that with Dimension this is the final render. This is your final picture. You can still open Photoshop and keep working on it.
And look how detailed you get it, which is great. Everything in its own layer and everything. That's great.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Now, I forget, on Dimension, did we check the perspective, the thing that allows it to like change the image to?
I think I did, but
okay.
I didn't do a very good job, but I think I did. But I'm not sure I did it the right way.
Can I? Do you want me to? Can I send you over one more file and we put it on a bar wrapper? Do you want to try something different, or what do you want to do?
Oh yeah. Okay,
cool?
let's do that.
You keep working on that, and I'll send it over to you in my.
And also,
now
I will
that we collaborate.
Yeah. Okay.
And you have to send me this.
Yeah, and I will render
collaborate on this guy
this
too.
and share it with you in the chat so you can see the real colors. Okay,
cool.
It will be better. Okay, Nick. So what are you working on now?
I have. Let's see, where was it?
Hey, V Grace. Good to see you back.
There we go. Oh, that's the PDF. Oh, I'll put it over here. All right. Cool. So this is a sports nutrition bar. I believe we have a wrapper for that in.
We'll find something.
Yeah,
I don't know,
there,
but
right. Okay.
We'll find something.
And this is on white, so I want to see how this is going to look where it goes on that. So I just need to give you the area that we want to use. So this is the front panel here. Okay. So let me try something new. There we go. See how this looks. Okay. Now, if I give this has bleeds. So again, when you bring it into Dimension, it crops it, right? So I'm going to take everything here, select all. I'll make it that, and then I can take this whole thing and add it into my libraries, right?
Yep.
Perfect. Okay. Cool.
Okay, this is syncing. I will save this one. Let's say SNIX SNAX.
There should be an open chat room on Behance all the time. Great idea, Sam. Because I think that it's neat to kind of or a forum or something, because I think Nick,
we could do that actually.
Will you be starting a new podcast? Yeah,
I need more feedback. Like, if we have an open chat room, like all the time on Behance, what would be the use case? Why would you use it?
I think it's a great idea to
It's a great idea.
Put work out and say, hey, can someone review this quick? I'm sending it to a client, or I'm posting this in my portfolio. For
for the community.
Can somebody else? More eyes and ears on stuff really always helps. So I really like this, man. That looks great. It looks great. Okay.
And again, we're still learning the tool, so
cool.
I'm sure that the more we'll practice with Dimension, the better we'll get.
So feedback room, networking. Yeah, networking for sure, man. That's a great. We don't even have to live in the same area to kind of be able to, share ideas and stuff, which is so cool to hear.
Okay, so what would be the search you think for this?
Yeah, chat rooms are more instant as the forums. You gotta wait. I totally agree, Sam. Yeah.
Like a snack bar? Like what would be?
Like a wrapper, a bar wrapper, maybe. Let's see. I think we found it. We were looking at it in my class the other day.
Really?
Wrapper. Let's see. There it is.
This one?
Yeah, and you can actually. I think we brought that in. You can change the dimension and the depth once it's in there.
Okay.
So one of my students.
I've never tried, but let's do that.
Yeah, and she shrank it and made it a little bit thinner and and a little bit wider as far as when you look at it from the side. It's pretty interesting. So this should be fun to see.
Okay, let's try. Huh?
Cool.
So
you can flip
maybe
it up.
When I scale, maybe I can select.
Oh. See? So you can make it a little longer. Probably.
Longer, you want?
Probably a little bit longer.
Okay,
and
so
then
scale.
Flip it up.
Whoa.
Maybe too much.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Because I guess we can change also afterwards. Okay, so let's put it in the air.
There you go.
Let's rotate this way.
It's so good it floats. Look at that. There.
I'm so happy to be able to use that because I'm so bad at 3D.
Look at that. Look at that.
Woo.
That's crazy.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, where's your design?
Right
Okay,
there.
here it is. So I look at the structure first. Okay,
Yeah.
that's easy.
It looks like, I would say, if anything, it could probably, yeah, no, the red will bleed off nicely. Let's see how it looks.
Yeah. Okay, so we need to resize this baby. So let me know, like,
Hi, Denise.
should we resize the bar? How do you feel?
Let's see.
When
Well, it
you-
looks like it's squished. It's taken the art and stretched it a little bit. It's out of.
The art should be like this.
It looks like it. Well, no, the red should bleed off of both the right and the left, and then the bottom. But then I think what you got it. Can you now stretch the art this way, like pull from there?
I don't know.
Let's see. There you go. That's working. A little bit more. Now, okay, now reposition it. Bring it up. There, we're getting there.
Okay, like this.
Yeah, it's looking better.
Yeah,
But it looks like.
it's too big.
So it looks like it got the white of my. Do you see how it got the white of the back of the cherries?
Ah, and you don't want it?
Yeah. Can you change it there, or do I have to change it? I have
Can you
to-
change it there?
Yeah.
And,
Yep. Let's see.
okay, let's go back to Nick.
Well, I think I don't have the actual file because I did this as a. I saved it into links. So let me take this into Photoshop really quick.
Okay.
And I'll do that. So yeah, it was looking pretty interesting on yours. That's pretty cool. Greetings from Iceland. Wow.
Iceland. Wow, Daniel. Let me check if we have some new entries for the
Oh, yeah, go for
contest.
it.
Oh, crap.
What happened?
We have a lot of entries.
Just right now, let's get rid of that.
Wow, we have very good one.
Uh-oh.
Want to see them?
Yeah, go for it.
So we have this one,
Nice.
Doré. Oh, they used the splash, and I guess they added
Look
the
at the-
gold texture.
I look at the little shimmer at the
Oh
bottom.
my god! I
The
guess you can
reflection.
add it in Photoshop afterwards. You know,
That's true.
some
Yeah.
light leaks.
That looks really nice. That looks really nice.
Wow.
I would almost change get that image. Your package is so cool. Get that in the middle and nice and big.
Yeah,
I mean, show it off. That looks awesome. Looks
so
really nice.
good.
He's
The
back.
New York- Oh my god!
He's back.
He's back. The yellow chicken, the little
Hey,
chicken
this
is
is
back.
cool too. So I'm assuming you just there's an iPad and an iPhone template you
Yep.
can bring in. So to show things a little more realistically on screens,
That's
rather,
good.
that's cool. Doesn't always have to be packaging.
I can tell you didn't take the time to render. You just took a screenshot of the UI. Because I still see the grid, but that's fine. That's okay. That's okay. This one is nice. Black and white. We were talking about the minimalistic
Yep.
approach, like trend these days.
Yep.
And perfect example.
I almost had that in my my notes today because it's true.
Skin lotion. Looks good. Huh?
I love it.
Yeah, looks very good. We have olive soda. Maybe you can have a little bit of more light, but I like the shadow too. It's the contrast it makes it hard to read. It's too bad because the illustration looks beautiful. And in this case, when you add the logo like this,
Nice.
if it's a separate layer, you can. There is a metallic setting, so maybe you can push it a little
Yeah.
bit so it will take the light
I have
and reflect the light.
Wait, can you go back to his real quick?
Yeah.
I love that. I'll show you something really kind of.
Oh.
Is this it? I have something very similar.
Oh.
Yeah. There you go. This is. Yeah, looks almost exactly the same.
If we can switch to Nick.
Yeah, look at that.
Sorry.
Almost the same there. That looks really cool. This is a real picture though. I didn't do. This is a can we designed for a brewery out in L.A. and looks very similar to what he did there. That looks
That's
really
funny.
cool. Yeah.
Good job.
I like the flat approach.
Yeah.
Which looks good. And in this, we had no other choice because of the glossy and the material of the can. But I do love that. That look just has a great look to it. So good job. Looks really nice.
Oh.
Sun-dried tomato.
Oh my god, nice picture.
Yeah. Looks like she.
It looks realistic.
that's
Like,
her-
it looks a picture. Like
I think that might be her
it's
own
hard
picture.
to tell. Yeah, it's hard
I
to
would
tell
do
that
that.
this is 3D.
Yeah.
Very good job.
Yeah.
Oh my god. There too. I mean, it looks very realistic.
Yep.
Beautiful
Good shot.
picture.
Yep. Blue.
Blue.
Love it.
Oh, and I like the metallic aspect of this one.
Man, there's so many good.
Yeah, good job. Good job.
Some good ones to choose from there. So I'm gonna. Okay, so I gotta delete this guy, right? I redid the cherry.
Okay.
Okay. So whoop. Nope. Is it gone? Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna grab this, bring it back into collaborate.
And this is a real life project?
Yeah. Yeah. These are on shelf now.
Wow.
And
awesome.
yeah. But I've only done really quick Photoshop rendering things because shooting this, like I said, photography-wise, is really tough. You know, how'd you get the new layer that fast? Was it a shortcut? On which one?
Oh, in Photoshop.
In Photoshop.
There is a shortcut to create a layer.
I might have just done I think I did a real quick one to get the transparent back off, and I made a new layer quick. I think that's what you might have been saying. Yeah. Let's see. Looks like okay. I think.
And there are 1,000 shortcuts in Photoshop, so it's hard to tell.
And I'm not the pro to be asking on that. Trust me.
Okay, I think it's updated, so we'll do the trick that we learned today. I select the object. So I select decal.
Back to yours. There we go.
I select decal, image, and replace it this way. Yeah, it's transparent now.
Look at that. Beautiful.
Boom. Okay, so now if we do a quick render, we still have the previous render.
Look at that. Cool. So see now this is a problem you have with white a lot is all those glares when you try to shoot it. So you just change the angle, right?
So either the angle or we change the lighting. Maybe you can switch to sunlight.
Yeah.
And we want more clouds.
Oh my gosh, look at that. Beautiful. Zoom in a little.
Yeah, we can
zoom in. Because it looks like
here.
Wow. Unbelievable. Boop, boop, I hope my client's watching. I'm giving you some nice PR, Jerf.
And where is the sun?
God, that looks great.
Here comes. Okay.
The only thing that's missing, see that little. Now, should I add more, or see how the red's not?
What do you mean?
The red on the bottom left corner is not bleeding. See the red?
Oh.
So should I fix that and redo it?
We need more red.
Need more red. So I'm just gonna do.
Hey, it's so easy, you know.
Live
collaboration.
Oh my gosh!
It's too easy.
And we don't even have to be in the same.
Too
vicinity.
easy. We don't need a 3D designer.
They're all obsolete. That's bad. I shouldn't say that. Okay. There's that. Thanks. Do you want to do some more portfolios too, or what do you want to do?
I don't think we have time.
Oh, okay.
We're working like full speed for a jerf.
There we go. Okay, so it's done.
It's done already?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's
Look
coming.
At us.
It's coming.
This
okay.
is great.
This. Okay, decal. I'll show the image. Drag and drop. What? Oh.
Because I added it.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
There you go. Look at that. Beautiful. Now, I guess perspective is right. It kind of because it's quite. It's got a. We're going into a vanishing point. So there you go. Look at that. Wow. Killer. Killer, killer, killer.
Oh, something I wanted to try. Like, if I take this one, can I copy paste? Oh no! What did I do?
Oh no! What'd you do?
I picked the wrong tool. Yay!
Oh. Wow. So the fact that you are not even like worried about placing a duplicate, it automatically puts it into complete perspective is just crazy.
Yeah. Someone was asking, like, can you keep the? Could you just use the tree?
Yeah.
In the same in the scene, and you can duplicate.
My gosh.
Yeah.
That's really amazing. Just to to have this ready to go for a photo, for if any photo needs.
Cherry trees. I want a picture from stock.
Ah, so you need like a wood. You need like a nice wood background, something rustic, something gritty.
Okay, gritty
like, or rustic wood. Yeah, whatever you want to find. Let's see.
Oh, this one.
That looks great.
Okay.
Yeah. Nice. See how this works. Oh.
Okay, it's coming. It's coming.
Fingers crossed.
Rollover, downloading. double click.
Ooh. I see it happening.
I said top shot. Okay.
So now
I will do this, but I don't know what will happen.
Match image. Yes, it's gonna.
It will be weird.
It's gonna move the wood to match. Oh, look at that. So it looked at the baseline of your image.
Yeah.
And shifted the artwork there.
So no, I guess I need to.
So, wow, that looks pretty amazing.
Yeah, we want to be advertising. Like we don't really care about like. We don't want them to be on the floor. See what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I will move this one here and maybe zoom in. So the light is weird now because it's matching with this light.
Yep.
Environment. So where
is
are
that?
you?
Is it? Did it change color because it's highlighted, or why is it?
Or did it? Yeah, it's for the reflection of the picture.
Which it can you turn that
really
off because
care.
it still should be white.
Yeah, we don't really care.
Yeah. There. Oh.
And it's dented or what's happening?
Oh. Getting there somewhere.
No. Okay. So it's due to this. Okay, I'll just put
we have
this.
someone joining us from Iraq. Wow, this is great.
Okay.
We're getting somewhere.
Okay.
Too much.
Too much.
Too little. Too little. Too much. Too.
Okay, let's try this one.
Why JERF? Please, why? It stands for Just Eat Real Food.
That's it.
I didn't come up with this one, folks. Wow, look at that. Crazy. Maybe the image is throwing it off too much, the background. Maybe it just needs maybe it just needs leaves.
It's terrible.
It's
a terrible ad.
It might be the wrong one.
It's very bad.
But it's kind of neat the way it looks like they're falling. I mean, like.
Yeah. It's really bad. Let's render it because it's so bad. Okay,
Jay,
I will render
not
this
a
one.
jerf, trust me.
Okay, low. We just do a PNG because. Oh no,
Okay.
I know what we will do. I just got an idea. Jerf.
Oh, so you're rendering this one?
Yeah,
now.
well, I will do in low quality, so
Okay.
it will only take
Okay.
1 minute.
Okay.
Hi Roberto, thanks for joining. We are using the new Creative Cloud application named Adobe Dimension. And if you don't know anything about 3D,
You don't need to.
you don't need to. You see, you have like 6 tools to play with the camera, play with the objects, the light, and you render the picture.
Yeah, I think someone even said this could be a great program to just start from scratch with and play around with, and I mean, you can really
You can do some
for your
abstract.
backgrounds and stuff. You know,
Like some
I'm always in
abstract
search of
shapes.
unique things to put behind product shots
Oh,
when you're trying. You know, for social media and everything. You know, people want something so quick, and you don't have time to maybe hire someone for photography. This is a great alternative for that. It's really great.
They want us to try the depth of field. Okay, we'll try that. It's a good idea, actually.
Good.
Because what I wanted to do is render PSD and use the background layer to blur it after,
Yes.
like blur the background in Photoshop.
Yes.
But
Okay.
actually, it's true that there is depth of field.
Okay.
Just need to understand how it works.
Cool.
So let's see. First time we're using it.
Dun,
So
dun.
we have a panel. It's called depth of field. Oh, what is this? Click the canvas to set a focus point. Seriously?
Something new.
So I click here.
Let's see
Okay. And then blur. Okay, we want to blur a lot.
the background. Right.
So maybe it's just in preview mode. So let's do it
That
here
could be it. Yeah.
to see what happens. Okay. Oh, it's blurry behind. It's already blurry here. You see?
Yeah.
And the background is not blurry, which is okay because we can do it in Photoshop.
Yeah.
Okay, I was a little bit extreme. So we will try. Oh, look at that. Field of view. Oh, I see. That's something else. Okay, let's try this and render not a PNG but a PSD.
Okay. So you can kind of.
So we will blur
Mess
the
with
background
them?
afterwards.
Yeah. Cool. That's great.
Okay, you need to pick a winner
Oh,
as this is rendering.
nice. All right. Woo.
Tick,
Some
tick,
tough ones. Keep
tick,
going.
Tick, 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 tick,
Oh.
tick.
just because I'm a sucker for the minimalist, I'm gonna go with the black and white.
Oh my God, you're such a minimalist.
And to be honest with you, I'm picking on. I think we said this before. The ones that just have everything. The perspective looks great. The background's a great choice for that. It has an appealing feel, and it's a good job. I like that you did something really nice there. You know, it looks like it's ready for shelf. Yep. Yeah, it looks good.
Congratulations, Martin.
Good deal.
What does he win? Creative Cloud. 1 year. You will receive a private message on Behance, so make sure to check your messages on Behance, okay?
Good deal.
Let's go back to Dimension.
Way to go, Martin.
Oh, where's Dimension? Here. Oh my God, it's a mess.
Ooh, is it still rendering though? Or no, that's...
It's still rendering.
Yeah.
So what's weird is it says 5%. At some point, it will go way faster.
Oh, yes. It hits a certain area.
So I'm not worried.
And kills it.
It will be very bad. Don't share it with your customer.
No, I won't.
It will be very bad. I can tell. Too much light. The background is a mess. But we'll bring it to Photoshop and see what happens, what we can do with it.
Depth of field's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, depth of field. No, the target, it's amazing. And what I like is that I had no idea about the tool, but then I just, with the mouse, roll over, and you have this tiny animation just explaining how to use it.
I noticed
in-app tutorial.
That's coming through everywhere now. When I hit that puppet
more
thing,
and more.
Yeah, you get that little thing that says try this, and for sure, I'm gonna give it a shot. When gives you a little tutorial right there.
Yeah, these short tutorials will come to more and more apps.
Yeah.
Where you put that target.
Yeah.
You're specifying that point on the object, not the object itself.
Yeah, it's the point on the object. Yeah, that's what we got because we feel that the edge of the bar will be blurry because I put too much blur.
Ah, there you go.
Because I pointed here. So this is already too far for the lens.
I'm almost thinking too, you could take, like, how you bring in your own picture. If you want these bars to be on a tray or something, you take a picture with that tray, bring that in.
Oh yeah.
Right? I mean, like, you can get that specific where you're almost building a photo shoot and then let Dimension put it all towards
because here
the right perspective.
we use Adobe stock, but of course you can use your own pictures.
Yeah, yeah. That's awesome. Awesome. Any other questions or while we're waiting?
Yeah, we have 6 minutes left.
We've got about 6 minutes left.
Make sure to follow Nick on Behance.
Please do. Yeah.
You can send him some messages
Longo Designs website and Longo Designs on Instagram as well.
What do you publish on Instagram? What is your strategy for Instagram?
Ooh, I wish I had a strategy.
Oh, there's no strategy.
I gotta say, it's more. I like to show the process more. I think you get a lot more engagement from people that do that. But it's really updating. It's all anytime something's finished or final, or we just opened up my client just opened up a brewery a few weeks ago, so it was great to kind of capture the entire opening day and everything too. So it's beyond just the work we do. It's more about, like, helping the clients kind of get the word out with their jobs and their projects and what they're doing.
Okay, cool.
So really do enjoy. Yeah, it's a free for all on Instagram for sure.
They are asking when is your next podcast?
We just launched just the other day. We just launched our Adobe Max recap. So we did our
cool.
So please take a listen to that. There's a lot of great people at the end. We got about 15, 20 people reviewing what their takeaway was from Adobe Max and what they got out of it, specifically to share with people who could not make it. Thanks, Mitch. Appreciate it, man. Thanks, Ryan. Advice for young designers. Wow. Gosh. I don't know, man. There's where do I begin? But, like, just be a people want to hire good and enthusiastic people. Your design should be there, right? Your design should be there. But just be attentive in meetings, be attentive in an interview, show that you care, show that you have you have taste when it comes to design. I have a friend of mine that always says that it's so hard to teach taste. Like, how do you do that? So just be that person that they're going to remember. So when they're looking back and they're, like, deciding on who they're going to hire, you stand out, not just because of your work, but your personality and who you are. You got to fit into their culture, and I think that's what they're thinking when they're not so much as far as, your work so much. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Show that you can take feedback.
Exactly. And keep in mind too, we are a business. We are artists that do work for commerce. So you got to be really open and not take criticism. You know,
this is not an art gallery.
Exactly. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. One of the best things I know is be passionate, not precious. That was one of the best tools I've ever heard. It's like, if you're precious, you're holding on to stuff, you won't compromise, you won't change. But if you're passionate, you'll do it for your client, you'll do it for your job or your boss, and you'll make sure, you know, you're more of a team player when it comes to being a graphic designer, you know.
And Vicky, if I didn't feature your project, you'll be featured in the next show. We will be with Paul Trani and Cecilia in about 9 minutes.
9 minutes. Great. Oh, I'm
still rendering.
Thanks,
I think
Laura.
It's because we added the depth of field, so that's why it takes so much time.
Got it. Laura thinks I could be a voiceover artist. Okay, I'll give it a try. I think this guy's the winner there. Perfect. Yeah, check out the latest podcast episode. Some really good takeaways from people that were explored Max and had a great day at a few days at Adobe. What was that, 2 weeks ago? Yeah.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah. And there's a back catalog of about 150 episodes, so feel free to look through. They're all subject-based, so look and see if there's anything that interests you. And we bring in a lot of great guests as well, and looking for any suggestions on new podcast episodes.
Oh my God! I think we won't get the render.
Uh-oh.
Not on time.
It's a crunch.
Sorry. I will share the result in the chat maybe during the next episode. Okay.
All right. Good.
I will show it with Kenny because we'll be back. So in a few minutes with Cecilia, and then I will be with Kenny Cole, and maybe I will show the result.
Perfect.
Okay, and work on it a little bit in Photoshop.
Well, Nick. Hey.
Thanks a ton.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks
man.
for
this
all
was
the
great. Thanks for everybody's comments and everything.
Sharing your knowledge.
And please feel free on Behance or Instagram, follow up with me. I can review some other portfolios, and I have a ton of other designers that love doing that as well. Some real seasoned pros out there all throughout LA area who would love to do that as well. So feel free to send it my way.
Yeah. Awesome. And what is your next project or adventure?
Next project is we're doing a whole new series of children's play tents. So this company based out of LA, they do inside tents for kids to build and play with. Okay. So we're rebranding them and doing a whole new look for their packaging, and a whole new restaurant is a new client that came on board. There's like a Southern fried chicken vibe in LA.
Nice.
So that'll be a good one. Thanks, Laura. Thanks, Jason. Yeah, Jerf Tees. If you want to buy them, look them up. They've got an online store. They do, yeah, and they're super nutritious and good. If anybody is into raw, like unprocessed, like 6 ingredient foods, they're amazing. They're really good.
Cool.
So,
yeah. Thank you all for watching, and I see some people they watch the 3 episodes over the 3 days, which is awesome. Thanks for your great questions, sharing your portfolios, and sharing your work in Dimension. It was awesome.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Thanks, Nick, and
appreciate it, man.
Hopefully we have you back.
I would love to.
On the Adobe Live.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right,
Bye,
guys.
everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Stay tuned. Okay, we'll be back in a few minutes with Cecilia and Paul Trani.